The Aramaic and Palestinian Targum. We're reading Deuteronomy chapter 26. And when you have entered into the land which the Lord thy God giveth you for an inheritance, and you possess and dwell in it, you shall take of the earliest first fruits which are ripe at the beginning of all the produce of the ground which thou ingatherest from the land which the Lord your God hath given you, and put them into a basket, and go unto the place which the Lord your God will choose, that his Shekinah may dwell there. And you shall put crowns upon the baskets, hampers, and paper cases, and bring them to the priest appointed to be the chief priest in those days, and shall say to him, We acknowledge this day before the Lord thy God, that we have come into the land which the Lord swore unto our fathers to give us. Jerusalem text says, And thou shalt come to the priest who will be appointed the chief priest in those days, and say to him, We give glory and thanks this day before the Lord thy God, that we have come into the land which the word of the Lord did covenant unto the fathers to give us. And the priest shall receive the basket of early fruits from thy hand, and take, bring, uplift, and lower it, and afterward lay it down before the altar of the Lord your God, and you shall respond and say before the Lord your God, Our father Jacob went down into Amram Nahariah at the beginning, and Laban sought to destroy him. But the word of the Lord saved him out of his hands. And afterwards he went down into Mizraim and sojourned there, a few people. But there did he become a great people, and mighty, and many. But the Mizraim evil treated and afflicted us, and laid heavy bondage upon us. But we prayed before the Lord our God, and the Lord hearkened to our prayers, our affliction, and our travail, and our oppression was manifested before him. And the Lord brought us out of Mizraim with the mighty hand and uplifted arm, and with great visions, signs, and wonders, and brought us into this place, and gave us this land, a land of fruits, rich as milk and sweet as honey. Now therefore, behold, I have brought the early firstlings of the fruit of the land which thou hast given me, O Lord. And thou shalt lay them before the Lord thy God, and worship, and rejoice in all the good which the Lord thy God giveth you, thou and the men of thy house, and enjoy and eat, you, the Levites, and the sojourners who are among you. When you make an end of tithing all the tenths of your produce in the 3rd year, which is the year of release, you shall give the 1st tenth to the Levites, the 2nd tenth, which is the tithe of the poor, the stranger, the orphan, and widow, that they may eat in your cities and be satisfied. Jerusalem, when you finish tithing all the tenths of your produce in the 3rd year, which is the year of the tithe of the poor, you shall give the 1st tenth to the Levites, and the poor's tenth to the stranger, the orphan, and widow, that they may eat in your cities and be satisfied. But the 3rd tenth you shall bring up and eat before the Lord thy God, and thou shalt say, Behold, we have set apart the consecrations from the house, and have also given the 1st tenth to the Levites, and the 2nd tenth to the strangers, the fatherless, and the widow, according to the commandment which thou hast commanded me. I have not transgressed one of thy commandments, nor have I forgotten. I have not eaten of it in the days of my mourning, nor separated from it for the unclean. Neither have I given of it a covering for the soul of the dead. We have hearkened to the voice of the word of the Lord. I have done according to all that thou hast commanded me. Jerusalem, we have not eaten thereof in our mourning, nor separated therefrom for the unclean, nor given of it for the undefiled soul. For we have obeyed the voice of the word of the Lord our God. We have done according to all that thou hast commanded us. Look down from heaven, from thy habitation of thy glory and thy holiness, and bless thy people Israel, and the land which thou hast given to us, as thou didst swear unto our fathers, a land of fruits rich as milk and sweet as honey. Jerusalem text. Look down, we beseech thee, from the heavens, the habitation of thy glory and thy holiness, and bless thy people Israel, and the land which thou hast given us, as thou didst swear unto our fathers, to give us a land, producing good fruits, pure as milk, sweet and delicious as honey. This day doth the Lord our God command you to perform these statutes and judgments, which you shall observe, and do with all your heart, and with all your soul. The Lord have you confessed with one confession in the world this day, for so it is written. O hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord, that he may be thy God, and that thou mayest walk in the ways that are right before him, and keep his statutes, commandments, and judgments, and be obedient unto his word. And the word of the Lord doth acknowledge or honour you with one acknowledgement in the world this day, as it is written, Who is as thy people Israel, a peculiar people upon the earth, to be to him a people beloved, as he hath said unto you, and that you may obey all his commandments. Jerusalem, you have chosen the word of the Lord to be king over you this day, that he may be your God. But the word of the Lord becometh the king over you for his name's sake, as over a people beloved as a treasure, as he hath spoken to you, that you may obey all his commandments. And he will set you on high, and exalt you above all the peoples he hath made in greatness, and with a name of glory and splendour, that you may be a holy people before the Lord your God, as he hath spoken. Holy be his name.